Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, Change Radio and Zim I listeners who are joining us on today's episode of News Review from across the globe. A warm welcome to you all. Let me start by acknowledging the first three viewers to comment. Culture T, Paul Tizirai, and Hits Me Shats Hitsmalia. You're the first three to comment. Congratulations. Today we have another pegged episode, and we have the top stories that featured in our news during the last week. We are going to talk about President Chamisa promised a better life for the suffering war veterans. That's one of the stories we are going to review. We are also going to review about how MDC Alliance speaks on ways to end isolation from the rest of the world. That's one of the news stories that featured during the last week. We're also going to look at the Ministry of Health refutes claims that it is holding back by elections. Another story that we're going to review is UN says, the United States says dialogue, reforms, and end to human rights abuses are key to ending sanctions. And the last story we are going to review is preparations are in full swing for demonstrations against human rights violator Mnangagwa's visit to the UK. And before we move on into our review, let me allow my fellow guests, my fellow panelists to introduce themselves and to greet our viewers and listeners. Welcome, Chief.
Thank you, Leader Estella. Rega nditange nekuti maswera sei mangwanani kungave kwose kwamuri zvichienderana nekuti muri kupi. Ndinoziva kuti maZimbabwe takatekeshera pasi rose nzvimbo dzakasiyana-siyana. Vamwe ndo vari kumuka iko zvinezvi, vamwe ndo vakarara, vamwe ndo vari kumabasa. Ndinongoti welcome to Change Radio News Review. Inini zita ndinonzi DJ Prof. Ndiri kuchingamidzai vose vateereri nevatariri vari kuteerera nekutarisa chirongwa chino ichi pazvivhitivhiti zvakasiyana-siyana pafacebook pedu, paredhiyo pedu, nepazim I nemamwe masocial media akasiyana-siyana vari kushare zviri zvatichange chikupai nhasi uno. Sezvataurwa nhasi taisenda tine matopics kana kuti nhanganyaya dzakawanda dzatichange tichikutaurira zviro zvakanga zvichiitika musvondo rino iri changopfuura iri. Tinoziva kuti mukomana ari kutenderera nyika yose yeZimbabwe tichapinda mazviri imomo. Regai ndisire mukana unoyu kuna Chief vachingamidze zvakare vateereri. Thank you.
Magadi Muria Zimbabwe yakateerera. Thank you so much to our valued listeners on Change Radio and Zim I. We appreciate you. Chief anenge share. You know, the moment we go live, the chief has to start sharing in all the groups, and we want to encourage everyone here to also share this video so that a lot of people can learn from it and can also join us as we discuss the topics that made the headlines in the past week. Very, very interesting topics, Leader Estella.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you, DJ Prof. We also have DJ Tarisai, who's with us in the studio, who is working in the background, making all of this possible. So just to acknowledge DJ Tarisai. So sorry about that.
It's called multitasking.
Multitasking, this was Tavarado. And thank you to our viewers and listeners. Today, you're very active in the comments section. I'm not going to go into comments right now, but please do feel free to comment on whatever topics we are talking about. We'll make it a point to keep an eye on our comment section and include you, try and engage you in this news review as we go through the different stories that we have today. Let us start by looking at What the MDC alliance said was the way to end isolation from the rest of the world.
Yes,
Um,
the MDC, Estella, has the solution to the country's problems. And I know ZANU-PF continually decides to bury its head in the sand, saying the MDC has no solutions. And some people even buy into that propaganda. But indeed, the key to a new Zimbabwe, the key to a free and better Zimbabwe is in the hands of the MDC alliance and the people of Zimbabwe. The MDC alliance represents the aspirations of millions of Zimbabweans. It represents the aspirations of most Zimbabweans. ZANU-PF, through Emerson Mnangagwa, has no prox to what is going on in Zimbabwe. Emerson Mnangagwa represents only a handful of people, if we need to call them people. He represents only a handful of looters that are looting the country. Those are the people that continue to rally behind Emerson Mnangagwa. Otherwise, most of the people, most of the Zimbabweans, the majority of Zimbabweans know what is better for them, and they know and appreciate that the MDC Alliance, led by Advocate Nelson Chamisa, will provide solutions to the problems that are bedeviling our country right now. And that's exactly where Honorable Tendai Biti was coming from. Of course, one of the things that he discussed, that he said there, was the need for dialogue, genuine dialogue, not just a dialogue where you call Anamunenja and all those other people. The people that were voted in by the people. That's why we have an election. And the people that received the most number of votes, and the party that received the most number of votes, is obviously the MDC Alliance. And through hook and crook, ZANU-PF also had a certain number which we don't even know up to today. So that's their claim to this dialogue. So we will need a genuine dialogue to take place between the two biggest parties in the country. Of course, the biggest being the MDC Alliance, followed by ZANU-PF, and then they sit down and discuss. That's the reality. I know people will be saying, let's have everyone on board. Yes, everyone will be on board. But when it comes to decisions, it has to be the people, the political parties that have a followership, that were chosen by the people. They need to discuss, they need to sit down. They are the main stakeholders. They are representing the majority of Zimbabweans. Democracy is about the majority. It's about the majority. So that should be the yardstick for any reasonable and conclusive talks or discussions that can be held. And we should correct people here. When we are saying there should be talks, there should be discussions, there should be dialogue, it's not dialogue for power sharing. It's not dialogue to have Emerson Mnangagwa and President Nelson Chamisa, sitting in the same room and, adjudicating over Zimbabwe. It is dialogue to resolve the issues that we have, electoral reforms, and ensuring that we have free, fair, and credible elections. That's the discussion that Honorable Tendai Biti was talking about. It's not for a unit government. It's not for any power sharing arrangement. The people of Zimbabwe know whom they want to be leading this country, and they've been speaking, and they are speaking. We are going to be talking more about that as we go, as we review what is going on in the rural areas. The response that Advocate Nelson Chamisa is getting from the people of Zimbabwe, that's an indicative of the support that he has in Zimbabwe, in the rural areas and in urban areas, and mostly in rural areas where there is that myth that the MDC doesn't have support, where there is that myth that ZANU-PF wins election because they win the rural vote. They never win the rural vote. People in the rural areas know what is going on. They know who is causing the problems in Zimbabwe. They know who is causing the hunger and starvation and everything that they are going through. And they know that President Nelson Chamisa has the answer. And the rallies, the meetings that the president is having in the rural areas is evidence to that.
Oh, thank you, Chief. That was a very comprehensive answer. You pretty much answered the questions I was I was planning to ask you about Poland, about government of national unity. You answered those before I even asked.
Yeah, tatopedza nayo Poland. Hatisina zvema-actors. Poland is about political actors. We don't want
Yes.
acting here. We don't want actors
No,
here.
no. We want implementers,
Yeah.
political implementers. DJ Tarisai, do we have any questions or comments relevant to this topic that we are discussing right now from our viewers and listeners?
Yes. Um,
While this is checking,
right.
DJ
Someone
Prof.
is asking me here to is saying, Mambo Sose, is the registration open now or not? Voter registration is always open. ZEC is extending and expanding the centers for voter registration. Please try to find in your local residence where their offices are. Thanks.
Thank you, DJ Tarisai.
Yes, let me just add to that. That's a very important question, and a lot of people don't know that. The ZEC, the registration for elections is always open. It opened immediately after elections, and it goes on. People just want to rush at the last, the last few months, but registration for elections is always open, and it's open right now, and that's exactly why we are calling upon people to be going to those centers that we advertise every time on Change Radio. Go and register now. And if you have registered, please tell someone, tell your brother, tell your relative, tell your community, tell your village, tell your constituency to also go and register. And very soon, Zeka will be starting the voter registration blitz, where they will open more centers. This is exactly where we need all Zimbabweans to rush and register, because the registration centers will be closer to where they are. So let's take advantage of this process and go to those registration centers. As we know, ZANU-PF will never be talking about registration. That's why they don't do any lives. They don't do any encouragement to go to tell people to go and register, because they deliberately do not want people to go and register. It's obviously a disadvantage to them. They can't cheat the election. They can't rig the election if more people register and if people turn up in millions to go and vote. So they would deliberately discourage people to go and register. But isuvanu takuziva. We have seen what happened in Zambia. So let's take advantage and go and register during this open period and also during the blitz that is coming very soon.
Oh, thank you so much, Chief. Before we move on to the next topic on our list, I would like to ask from our panelists, is dialogue the only proposal that MDC is putting forward as a solution to the isolation of Zimbabwe? Are there other potential solutions that they are putting forward? I don't know,
Is DJ
DJ.
Prof there?
Not yet.
Okay, I don't want to hog the limelight. I thought DJ Prof was going to take that one, but just to quickly answer that, the MDC Alliance has proffered several solutions to the economic situation, in Zimbabwe, to the social situation that is bedeviling Zimbabwe. But of course, for us to be able to deal with our economic situation and our social situation in Zimbabwe, the poverty, the suffering and everything that is going on, we also need to fix our political. The politics of the country has to be right. Nobody wants to come and invest in a political turmoil. Nobody wants to invest in a country where people, are being chased from their properties, from their companies, from their farms. There has to be a respect of properties rights. There has to be a respect of people's human rights, because the investors are humans, and if they are seeing the humans that are already there in Zimbabwe, if they are seeing their rights being violated, left, right, and center, they will know that definitely, if they come here and then they don't toe the line that is ZANU PF's line, they will also have their rights abused. So nobody wants to bring their money to where there's no peace. And the politics of the country determines whether we have peace in the country or not. As Honorable Tendai Biti always says, money or investment doesn't follow trouble, doesn't follow blood, doesn't follow chaos. Money follows peace, money follows tranquility, money follows a good political, social, and economic organization. And that is, missing in Zimbabwe. So the MDC Alliance has proffered solutions to the social, economic, and political situation in Zimbabwe. ZANU-PF just need to take a leaf from all those policies and advice that the MDC Alliance continue to proffer.
Oh, thank you so much, Chief. DJ Prof, are you there? Would you like to come in and say something before we move on to the next topic? Okay, it looks like DJ Prof is still not yet. He has unmuted. Maybe he's having problems with his microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Hello.
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 Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. No, thank you. I think like you said that Chief is put everything together in summary with regards to that issue of isolation, and we know for sure that MDC has been profiling a lot of advice, if I can say, to ZANU-PF, and ZANU-PF, when they copy those advice, and it's unfortunate that they don't copy they don't do that. They go and do their own thing. We give them a document called Peace, which was speaking about what needs to be done for the economy of Zimbabwe to change, and what needs to be done for Zimbabwe to be out of the isolation from international community. Thereafter, we give them a document, Reload. Reload was also full of those information with those advices in terms of what needs to be followed, what needs to be done for the government of Zimbabwe to be out of, actually for the country Zimbabwe to be out of isolation. But the unfortunate part is that mashoko anowira hanzi anopinda nekuku achibuda neuku. Hapana zvinogara zvinokwanisa kunge zvichiitwa nehurumende yeZimbabwe. Especially this new government, new dispensation, which we are not seeing the new from the old. It's just a new wine in old wine skins. So it's the same thing that I would want to say, if Vataura Mazri Chaimo, and we are saying that until the government heed to advices, until the government heed to the cry of the people of Zimbabwe, it will remain in isolation until they take a step towards moving out of the isolation for themselves. Thank you. Back to you, leader.
Oh, thank you so much, DJ Prof. I think we have exhausted that topic, and moving on, the next topic that we are going to deal with is the promises that President Chamisa has given to war veterans, promises of a better life. Yes, DJ Prof, would you like to come in?
Yes. So actually, we don't want to take it as a new thing that President has spoken about the our liberation war heroes. Yes, he has commented on a number of occasions on the war veterans, but specifically now he has commented just because of the brutal arrest and torture of the war veterans who were demanding what they deserve, what they were demanding for their pensions, they were demanding for their better livelihoods. But the government of Zimbabwe, the government which is led by Mnangagwa, has seen nothing but uh, 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 a bad image from from the war veterans, and he ordered the war veterans to be arrested. Why we're saying he ordered the war veterans to be arrested? Because he's the leader of the government. The police are the government civil servants. They arrested the war veterans which were demanding their pensions to be paid, and they were demanding that the payment that they are giving to them now is no longer worth viable for their livelihoods. The poverty datum line in Zimbabwe has increased due to inflation, so they need money that can buy something for them. And we know there were some videos, even you see our mothers and our fathers saying, mentioning that 16,000 is equivalent to $4. How much are you it's equivalent to $20? How much am I going to what am I going to buy with that? How much am I going to pay for my school fees for my children? And I need transport, I need basic needs in the house are not going to be enough. But they were arrested just because of that. And the government of Zimbabwe saying that they were demonstrating in intention to cause violence. Those are the words that always being said by the government. But anyway, President Chamisa has been speaking in almost every gathering or in almost every time that he speaks to the people of Zimbabwe, that he respects the war liberation heroes, he respects the war veterans, and he said that once apinda mukomana, everything is going to be gloomy for them, because he knows what they suffered for. They suffered for that country, and it's their country. But just to digress a bit, what is shocking and boggling the human, any level-headed person in Zimbabwe, is that the leaders of the war veterans are not saying anything about their colleagues that were arrested. But remember, those were the leaders who are leading today, the war veterans leadership now, were the ones that were tear gassed by Mugabe's government. And they were gun blazing to Mugabe. But now, because they were taken very close to Mnangagwa, they left the masses that they are leading to be arrested and never said anything. And it's unfortunate, no one even went for solidarity when they went to court. And it's actually boggling any level-headed Zimbabwean to say, are these our parents, whom we call our liberation heroes, our war veterans, do they have leadership that is leading them, that is speaking for them? The Matema Dandas, where are they? Where are the Matema Dandas? Where are the, what's his name, the chairperson? Where are they when their subordinates or when their people that they are leading are being arrested arbitrarily like that? So those are the things that the president of the people's president, Advocate Nelson Chamisa, is looking at that and said, look, we don't have that machinery and assets now for us to lead from the front, because the government is supposed to lead from the front. But once we are in power, we promise that you are going to live the life that you fight for in the liberation struggle. That's where I end, Chief.
Yeah, very, very well put, DJ Prof. You know, the address of the situation of war veterans by President Chamisa stems from the treatment, or rather ill treatment, that the war veterans are getting from ZANU-PF, and in particular from Emerson Mnangagwa's government. They were actually better off during Mugabe's reign, even though it was still not good enough, even though we could see that the war veterans were getting a raw deal under Mugabe. Now, under Emerson Mnangagwa, it's worse. It has even gone worse. How does a war veteran who has a family, because a war veteran is not just a war veteran, he has a family, he needs to feed his family, and you can't do anything with the paltry allowances that they are getting, some of them that are as low as $20 a month. It's an insult to the people who fought for this struggle, who fought for this country, for the liberation of this country, to be getting that. Most of the people here who are listening, they live in different countries where war veterans are well treated. Even in buses here, in trains, at the airport, they are given first preference to get in jobs. People are given first preference. War veterans are given lower taxes. They pay lower tax rates. They have so many benefits. That shows the respect of the people that you say liberated the country. But that is not the situation in Zimbabwe. Those people are not even being considered. They're not even being looked at by Emerson Mnangagwa. The government is misusing, maladministrating, millions of dollars. But out of that, they can't spare anything for the war veterans. I've spoken to a number of war veterans, some here, some in Zimbabwe. You can see that these people are suffering and they shouldn't be doing that. So that's exactly what President Chamisa was saying, that he was definitely going to make sure that war veterans are well treated. They are given the benefits that they deserve. And he has not only spoken about war veterans only, even the soldiers, even the police officers, and the rest of the civil servants, and of course Zimbabweans at large, that with the incoming new government led by Advocate Nelson Chamisa, the MDC Alliance, will make sure that the livelihoods of Zimbabweans improves, and in particular those that are serving the people, the armed forces, the police force, and the war veterans. So they should be rest assured that, and they should also know that if they support Advocate Nelson Chamisa, they are supporting their future livelihoods and the future livelihoods of their children. So we call upon them to join the President Chamisa, Juggernaut. Those are the people that we are talking about when we are saying let's converge as Zimbabweans. We want the police force on board. We want the army on board. We want the war veterans on board. Half the war veterans, if I may tell you, and half the army is already supporting President Chamisa as we are speaking. But we need all of them to be behind Advocate Nelson Chamisa. And I have no doubt that is going to happen.
Yes, exactly, Chief. You're very right. This incident with the war veterans is very indicative of the situation in Zimbabwe. What's going on? That we have a handful of people who are using the rest of the Zimbabwean population for their personal benefits. They use you and dump you when they have got what they want, when you also then expect to get your share of what you have worked for, they then dump you. We have many cases of people who were given stands, funds, just to get their support when ZANU-PF needed it. But after they got the support, the same people were moved from their farms, moved from their ancestral lands, and even in areas where ZANU-PF has or had been known to have support, they've gone and destroyed homes just to drive a certain point that they are working at that time. And so it is time for us all Zimbabweans to just wake up to this realization that even if you are getting something right now, or if you have been promised something, you cannot count on ZANU-PF. It is all just empty promises. If they can treat the war veterans like this, the war veterans who they claim you cannot rule this country if you are not a war veteran. But today, this is what they're doing to the war veterans. So this is why we have to heed to President Nelson Chamisa's citizens convergence for change program. Let us all now come together and refuse to be used by that handful of people just for them to buy helicopters for their children whilst our children suffer. Yes. Before we move on to the next story, maybe DJ Tarisai, if you have that's our video ready for our short break. We have a very interesting video. I'm sure most of you have seen it doing rounds on social media. A video of a very powerful looking woman who is leading a revolutionary song, and it's a very moving song. In fact,
Wow. That's powerful. That was Vice President Karen Korede somewhere in Mashonaland today, where she was addressing a Triple C meeting, and then she bumped into those women. And we as a Change Radio, we've been running a campaign where we were asking our viewers and listeners across the world to help us identify that woman and those women, because she wasn't singing alone, because we have had a number of requests from Zimbabweans throughout the world who are saying they want to reward that woman for that nice song. Yes, and please finish the song. Yes, it's going to be finished. But let me give you this good news that we have found the group, we have found these women, and now we are calling upon all those people that have been, besieging Change Radio, asking where they can get those women. We now know where they are. Vice President Karen Kore was with them today. So she's going to help us get them, wherever we want them to be. There were suggestions that that song must be recorded, and Change Radio is going to help them record that song so that they can begin to benefit from it. We don't just want to enjoy people's songs, people's efforts. We also want them to benefit from that. So if you want to be part of this initiative, please get in touch with us right now so that we can do a good thing for these women and reward them for that beautiful song. We are enjoying it. It's aesthetic. It's a beautiful song. So let's do something good for them. Get in touch. I think that's my number there. If you want to do something for those women, or you want to join the efforts that we have already decided to do as external assemblies, because yesterday we had an external assemblies meeting where all the chairpersons are from Germany, Australia, United Kingdom, North America, Middle East, and Europe. We met and we said we are going to do something for these women. So let's join hands and provide them with something that they can use. Yes, we are going to help them record the song, but over and above that, we want to do something good to just appreciate, talent, to just appreciate, the good efforts and the bravery that you have someone in the rural areas, having the bravery of singing such a song. She could be targeted by ZANU-PF. We all know that, but she has come out in the open and sang that song together with other women. We want to thank our Vice President, Lynette Karen Kore, for helping us to get those women. So let's begin to text right now so that we see how many people are willing to assist these women or to just appreciate them. We can play the video again because popular demand is saying we need to play it again. It's a very good song. I love it.
DJ Tari, if you are ready, I
Tatsai, if you can play
particularly,
that song again.
yes. In the meantime, while she's ready,
That was in Chimani Mani. That's
Wow.
the exact
Wow.
place where these women come from. So let's do something good for them. Let's appreciate them. Let's reward them.
No, that song, I like the lyrics. Arimu song. My lyrics acho ndo
President Chamisa kuma rallies ose zvipepo ginger. I like that gift.
yes, that is yes. That's one thing I wanted to point out.
Yeah, that would be
Exactly.
nice. But we are going to produce that song. We promise you very soon you'll be hearing that song, and you should not just play it. Let's buy it so that these women can benefit
Yes.
from it.
Support them. Yes. That song is especially that one other version that I
Looks
watched.
like Estella is not there. We move on to the next topic here. Very interesting topic that we're supposed to discuss. The demonstration in the United Kingdom that is going on against Emerson Mnangagwa, the dictator, the brutal dictator who is attending the COP conference in the United Kingdom in Scotland, to be particular. So we are going to try and connect with some people that are already going to this demonstration, and some are already there. You know, Simbachi Kanza is already there, and he has been broadcasting from there. And you also happen to see the hired crowd by Emerson Mnangagwa. Those are white people that he picked, that are the ZANU-PF in the ZANU-PF people in the United Kingdom. You know, picked from Norway. They were given money, actually. You know, I wish I had that picture.
So tell me
that picture of the people that were given 50 pounds. Was it 50 pounds? That 30 pounds, actually. These people are too cheap. They were given 30
very
pounds,
cheap, very cheap, chief.
Dress up in those t-shirts so that it can appear as if
DJ Prof, I think Chief can't hear us.
supporters in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
There's some white supporters there, to be particular. But we all know that that man doesn't have any followers. He doesn't have any people, even in the United Kingdom. You know, I'm always telling people that we have a ZANU-PF chairperson in the United Kingdom, but we also have another one in America. But these people, they are just chairpersons with their executive. There are no people. ZANU-PF doesn't have people in the United Kingdom that they can use to have a demonstration. So what do? They give people money. They hire people to come and demonstrate on behalf of Emerson Mnangagwa. They do it here in America when we are having our demonstration. You have seen it happening. They give people here in America, you know, the black movement in America, and they give them $50 to come and demonstrate on their behalf. It's embarrassing, very embarrassing. And I think those people that are doing that for Emerson Mnangagwa, they should be fired because they're not doing him any good. Not that we care, they are just embarrassing him. And on this occasion, Emerson Mnangagwa and his people have embarrassed themselves, but apparently they also embarrass Zimbabweans, in general, because how do you give people money to come and demonstrate, and you give them 30 pounds? If they were giving them 100 pounds, you'll be thinking it's better. They don't give them any meaningful amount of money. I'm trying to get hold here of some people that are traveling for that demonstration. I'm just joined here, folks, with my sister here, Mwenewazo Special, Delina Muchkambizi, who is maybe already in Scotland or she's traveling there, but we have managed to get on audio here so that she can tell us kuti zviri kufamba sei. Mwenewazo Muchkambizi, ndimi madzifambira nyaya dzacho, katiudzei kwakamira sei?
Aiwa, tadzifambira tasvika taveko.
To the situation on the ground, yakamira sei?
At the moment handisati ndaona hangu vanhu vakati one day because tichangosvika. Ndichakuitai kuti ndigozotaura nevaripo vanga vari kuno kudhara. Asi isusu tichangosvikawo tiri kungonzwawo kuti vakomana vezano ava vaita buka chairo because varohwa nehana havasi mashops avavhundutsa zvekuti shopping vari kutenga doro and it's something new kwavari, so and havanyatsodisplaya chibalance chavo chese. So
osaka vari kutotenga doro vakauya naMnangagwa wacho. Do you know how many people he came with? Because last time when he came to the United Nations, he brought over 190 people. Do you know how many people he brought?
There are 100 who came 2 weeks ago.
Oh my goodness.
So they've been here for 2 weeks. And I'm sure he's got more than 100 on the flight. So we should expect something like 250 to 300.
Wow, viewers and listeners, you can hear there from someone who is on the ground. Delina Mchambizi is right there where the demonstrations will be taking place, demonstrations against Emerson Mnangagwa, and she is confirming here that ZANU-PF people are already on the ground. He brought with him over 100 people on taxpayers' money, on your money, Zimbabweans, on your money. These people are buying beer, they are buying expensive whiskey. You have seen the video that has been circulating. This is the abuse of people's funds, abuse of public funds. And then you wonder why Zimbabwe is where it is. As you can see, look at those whiskeys. Look at those Jamesons, oh my word. Look at those black labels. Yeah, this is ZANU-PF. This is what they do.
Hazviko kuZimbabwe izvo, that's why vari kuita izvo zvizvo.
They have printed t-shirts which they are dishing out to all the white people that they come across, the Scottish people that they have come across. They've even gone to the extent of using students, approaching students, paying them to say they take videos praising the ED which they don't even know, and they are just splashing money. So those students are not doing it for free; they are being paid.
Wow. Zimbabweans here, you can hear it for yourself. Please go in the comment section right now and type what you think of that behavior of ZANU-PF officials, carrying loads and loads of expensive whisks. This is disappointing. This is, oh yes, those t-shirts. Those are the people that have been given 30 pounds.
Yeah, you really wonder what they've come here for, because they are not talking anything about the climate change, but they are talking about ED. So it's like the whole excitement is about ED coming into the UK. That is what is exciting them. But whatever what the purpose of the visit, but it seems they've come to promote ED pay.
They can't be talking about the climate because they are busy damaging the climate, the ecosystem in the Wange National Park and everywhere. So they have nothing to talk about. They have nothing to contribute to the Rio conference going on. Delina, I want you to tell the people here what's going on there. When are the demonstrations are starting? And if the number of people that you are expecting from Zimbabweans across the United Kingdom.
We are expecting a very large number of Zimbabweans
Wonderful.
from all corners of UK. So far, we have come from Manchester, and we have arrived, the four of us. We have many people who are still on the way traveling. Some of them are going to travel overnight and arrive early in the morning. And we are going to be at the venue of the summit at 10 o'clock and start the protest there.
Wow. And how many hours have you traveled to get to Glasgow?
6 hours. Yeah, about 6 hours.
About 6 hours. Wow. I was talking to someone, to Barbara, leader Barbara. She was saying she's traveling 13 hours. I don't know which part of the United Kingdom she's coming from, but she was saying she's traveling 13 hours to be at that demonstration, and you have traveled 6 hours to be there. Such commitment, Delina, we appreciate you.
Thank you very much. It's a long, it's a very long way from England to Scotland, but knowing the purpose of this event, we really have to be there, and we really have to speak up and represent our country, and we really have to show the world what we are going through as a nation of Zimbabwe.
So tell us, do you have a petition? Do you have anything that you are going to hand over to the organizers of this? What other things besides demonstrating are you doing?
So far, there is a letter that has been sent to the president of the COP26.
Mm-hmm.
He has received it. It was sent already.
Wonderful.
And yes, and this has also been sent to the Scottish Parliament and the British Prime Minister.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's what we have done so far. And there is also another petition that is going to be handed over by on the 11th by Zimbabweans on the 11th of November. That is, they will be handing it over to number 10.
Wow. Do you have any other people that you are with that you can bring on and let's just hear their voices and what's going on?
Yes, I have brother Vengai Msawiya with me. You can also hear from him. Yes, we have traveled together from Manchester.
Okay, brother Vengai, welcome to the program. This is a news review on Change Radio and ZimEye. You are live on ZimEye Facebook, ZimEye YouTube. Please go ahead and greet our viewers and listeners, and just tell us what's the mood there, and what is the resolve for you to travel all these hours to be in Glasgow.
Hello, Chief. Yes, the mood is very high here, where we are geared for the summit, and we are to demonstrate that Zimbabwe is not okay to even attend this summit, especially E.D. Mnangagwa, because of the atrocities he has done in the past. The world should know all the human rights he has violated should be made aware to the world. So which was done, but the invitation wasn't a proper invitation at all, taking into account of his atrocities. So we are all here, all roads are leading to Scotland, Glasgow, to support this summit and tell the world this is what we are here for.
And what's your thoughts on the delegation? What are your thoughts on the big delegation that Emmerson Mnangagwa has brought? If you look at it vis-a-vis what happened with the Zambian president who actually traveled with very few people and on a public, airline, not a hired jet like we are seeing Emmerson Mnangagwa. Your thoughts on that?
Taking into account of the economy of Zimbabwe, the dilapidated hospitals, and everything else, Mnangagwa took over 100 delegates to come to the UK, spending taxpayers' money, and now they've been in the shops ordering trolleys of beers to throw a party. So they are not here for the summit, they are just here to show that Mnangagwa is invited by the international community, which is wrong at all. So that's wrong. We can't accept that at all. 100 delegates from the Zimbabwean, over 100, which accompanied Mnangagwa to the United Kingdom.
And this embarrassing situation, before I let you go, I want you to comment on this embarrassing, very embarrassing situation where Emmerson Mnangagwa's people have hired some Scottish people to demonstrate on behalf of him.
Yes, that's very, very embarrassing, dishing out money and t-shirts to students. And those students don't even know who ED is. They thought maybe he's one of the Rumba stars. So they just accepted the gift. After all the explanation which has been given by other Zimbabweans that, well, this is a murderer, this is the person who has got blood in his hands, then probably that is when they are going to realize that ED is not just a Rumba star, because they initially said, because by the look of his face, it's just a Rumba star.
Some are even saying that since it's Halloween, they thought that you were some kind of a devil.
Yes, they are saying all sorts of things about him, because
and you Rumba artist.
What they're just doing is receiving gifts and t-shirts which have been printed, and to say ED is welcome here, they just printed and they're giving students some money and those t-shirts. And obviously they are going to accept that it's just a gift, knowing that somebody is going to host a musical concert, you see, which is coming. So that's very embarrassing, using taxpayers' money. That's actually very embarrassing what they are doing, and we are going to show the world that this is the real truth about this man.
Well, thank you very much for standing for the truth. We want to appreciate you, comrade, and the other comrades that are there for standing up for the truth, standing up for the people of Zimbabwe, and speaking on behalf of the people of Zimbabwe. We'll be connecting with you whilst you are there, because we'll be covering this live here on Zimai and also on Change Radio. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll try and get other people as well.
Thank you so much. We are going to do our best and show the world what this is all about, and what this Mnangagwa government is all about.
Wow.
And what they've done. Thank you so much for covering, and this is just the beginning.
Thank you very much to our viewers and listeners who are just joining us. We were talking live to the UK people that are traveling to Glasgow, Scotland. They are traveling some 13 hours, some 6 hours to get to Glasgow, so that they can go and speak the truth and speak on behalf of the people of Zimbabwe and expose Emerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF for whom they really are. But the shocking video that you just saw there, where you saw ZANU-PF officials, parading expensive whiskey, which means that tonight they will be partying. Zimbabweans, these people are partying using your money, and you don't have food today. Your child is not going to school tomorrow, and your child is not, attending university because these people are splashing your money, your hard-earned money, the country's resources, the country's money like that. That's exactly what we were seeing there in Glasgow. Estella, I'm going to try and get other people. You may go on, but I want to get Barbara here to just give us what she is doing there.
We are ready, Diva ZANU-PF, welcoming our President, Comrade Mnangagwa in Scotland, UK.
COP26, we're ready. Gala celebrations, we're ready. Murambwi, we welcome you. We celebrate your arrival. Thank you. Viva ZANU-PF, viva.
Right, I'm just joined here by the UK organizing secretary, Mr. Model Pamire, one of the organizers of these demonstrations. Mr. Model Pamire, you're live on ZimEye and you're live on Change Radio. Thank you so much for joining us. Please tell us about the preparations for the demonstration. Where are you now? Is the demonstration going to be a success?
Everything was put in place. The demonstration, I agree with you, is going to be a success. Everything, people are on the ground, and people are traveling from all over the country and towards Glasgow. So everyone is on the ground as I speak to you.
Yes, and Mr. Pamire, you must be angered by the videos that you are seeing where ZANU-PF officials are parading the expensive whisks that they're buying there in Glasgow. Your thoughts on that, and also you can comment on the large number of people, the entourage belonging to Emerson Mnangagwa, over 100 people that are already in Glasgow.
Those are looted resources from Zimbabwe. They are actually spreading around what is being around in Glasgow. And people were not actually worried about that because we are talking about the majority, especially in Zimbabwe. Mnangagwa is no longer wanted. You can do everything here, mobilizing those people, those people in the UK, paying them £7 bank of beer. But the people of Zimbabwe, we know that is not going to win any election. And we are going actually to show them tomorrow, and then we're going to take part in the demonstration. Everyone is supporting us. The English people, they are supporting us. We've got one of the mobilizers in the UK, a well-known activist, John Beck, is behind us. So everything is going to be, actually, we are going to surprise them tomorrow, and we are ready for them.
Wow. So you're expecting a large crowd of Zimbabweans in Scotland to confront Emerson Mnangagwa?
We have got a large number of, not only that Zimbabweans, but we've got the English people.
Oh, Wow, powerful, powerful.
It's only that we didn't put people on place so to just to display like what Mnangagwa is saying. Mnangagwa is just a propaganda he's doing. It's just propaganda. Those few desperate people whom they paid a few coins, a few pounds, just to indicate that the English people, Mnangagwa is good. He's not good at all. He's just a propaganda. So we are going to meet him tomorrow. We are not scared of anything. The British are different from the Zimbabwe. The British police officers, they're different from the Zimbabwe ZRP. They allowed us to do a demonstration. So we are going to do that. And at the same time, we have been allowed to submit a petition on the 11th of November. And this process, the COP26 will be still on. So we are submitting a petition against the government of UK and Mnangagwa. Why did they allow Mnangagwa in this country? So we are submitting that petition on the 11th. It was supposed to be submitted last week, but we were denied. They said they didn't receive our request. So they confirmed the submission of petition against the regime of ZANU-PF that the government of this country not to recognize or acknowledge the Mnangagwa regime. So our submission of petition is on the 11th of November.
Wow, thank you very much to our viewers and listeners. This is the voice of Mr. Mode Opamire, the UK organizing secretary, one of the organizers of this demonstration, speaking, preparing or on his way already to Scotland, just like Mutkambizi and others that we have spoken to. Mr. Mode Opamire, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. We'll continue to get in touch with you as the demonstration unfolds.
Okay,
thank you. All right, back to you, Estella. I think we have done justice to this topic, but means Zimbabweans, this is where we are. This is the ZANU-PF that some people are still supporting such a careless and reckless government that is spending taxpayers' money, hiring private jets, and buying expensive whisks, for people so that they can do the propaganda that Mr. Mode Opamire was talking about. This is embarrassing. This is pathetic. We all need to go and register to vote so that we get these people out. We need new leaders. Estella.
Yes, thank you. Chief, can you hear me now? Okay, Chief cannot hear me, but I think we can move on to the next topic.
I think he's not hearing us. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Chief can't hear us.
I'm all alone here. We move on to the next topic here, which is the Ministry of Health refutes claims that it is holding back by elections. That should be the last topic that we're discussing here. It looks like some people are having network problems. Minister of Health, you know him, Constantino Chiwenga, he is saying he is not the one responsible. Let's look at the metrics that is here, folks. You know that there's a lot of infighting in ZANU-PF. Recently, ZANU-PF was taken to court by one of their youth members, and he has filed a petition, a court case rather, and is challenging the legitimacy of Emmerson Mnangagwa. And this is very true. Some people are saying it's G40, some people are saying it's a distraction, but it can also be a reflection of the infighting that is going on there. That person will not be doing that unless he knows that he is begged by some of the powerhouses in ZANU-PF. Some people are saying he is begged by Chiwenga. And now we are seeing here Chiwenga contradicting with Emmerson Mnangagwa and refuting that it's the Ministry of Health that is holding back on elections. And because that's what ZANU-PF has been going on about. That's what Nick Mangwana has been going on about. And that's what the donkey has been going on about. You know who the donkey is. They've been saying that they are not having elections because of COVID and because of what the Ministry of Health said. That has been refuted. And this is happening amidst a lot of pressure that is coming from Europe, that is coming from the United States of America, that is coming even from the United Nations itself, that has said that ZANU-PF or the Zimbabwean government, so-called Zimbabwean government, must hold elections, as soon as possible. Those by-elections, they need to be done. And Anzi Ed Dimbo Taurao Ngoni Zashe Choko. Please, Tarisa, if you can put the link there so that we can have Ngoni Zashe to come and speak, that would be nice. But that's the news there on the Ministry of Health. And maybe, yes, I had said this was the last one. There is another important topic that we wanted to touch on, that of the United Nations Special Rapporteur. That has been the topic of the week, the hot topic of the week. It has been trending. We saw the lies. We saw the machinations of ZANU-PF, who obviously hired someone, who obviously gave someone money. That so-called United Nations Special Rapporteur completely ignored the submissions that were put in by the MDC Alliance. She completely ignored what Honorable Tendai Biti and others that she met with, their recommendations and everything else, and went on with what she got from Douglas Monzora. And you know who Douglas Monzora is. He is the coach for ZANU-PF B, and of course from ZANU-PF A. And she decided to go with that. But that report has been roundly condemned by people, by experts, by political analysts, by the United Nations itself, by the United States of America, by Europe, and it was just like ZANU-PF exposing themselves, because that report was not balanced. That report was very biased, and I don't think anyone is going to take it seriously. Estelle, are you back? The DJ Prof, are you there?
It's
Well, can you hear, Chief? Can you hear us?
he doesn't hear us, unfortunately.
If Tarisai, you can prepare to play that song Gapinde Hakem Komana Challenge that we are running on Change Radio. People have been winning my $50, so the challenge still goes on. Please dance to the video, dance to the song Gapinde Hake Mkomana, and you stand a chance to win $50. If you are here in the diaspora and you win it and you want your money to be sent, kuna mbuya wako wari kwachena, mbuya wari kumondoro, wari kuwedza, wari kupi, will send the money there. But we want this to keep trending. We want this, to keep going on until 2023. So we'll continue with this competition, Gapinde Hake Mkomana challenge. We have a winner for this week. We want you to watch this exciting video that belongs to the winner of this competition. It will be coming to you shortly. Please, let's continue to get in those videos. Get them in. Dance to the song Ngapinde Ake Mkomana. Ngapinde Ake Mkomana.
Aiwa ngapinde ake mkomana. Ngapinde aiwa ngapinde ake mkomana. Aiwa ngapinde ake mwana weZimbabwe wabhuma naivo vati ngapinde ake nyangwe mapurisa abhuma naivo vati ngapinde ake mkomana. Masoja abhumawo naivo vati ngapinde ake mawo veterenzi abhuma naivo vati ngapinde ake mkomana. Ngapinde aiwa ngapinde ake mkomana. Vana vachidana mbu aiwa ngapinde.
Wow, powerful. And thank you, Admire, for letting me know that everyone else is hearing me. I can't hear them. So I'll just keep quiet so that they go on. I was just going on as if I was alone because I can't hear anyone. So that's the young man who won the $50 this week. Please, let's keep the videos coming on. DJ Prof and Stella, please go on. I won't talk.
Thank you very much, Chief. So I think Chief has done us justice and run over through all the topics, and he has done well. Obviously, he is a veteran in the field, so there's nothing that we can say he has not done well. So let me just take this time and opportunity to say thank you very much for everyone who has been listening, for everyone who has been watching us on YouTube, on
DJ Bro, we have Ngonizashi Choko has entered the live stream, but unfortunately his microphone is not connected. So if you can hear me, Ngonizashi Choko, if you would still like to make a few comments before we close off, try again to enter the live stream, but make sure you connect your microphone before you enter this time.
Okay, so while we are waiting for him, I think we can play one or two. So we can play a song Gapi Dagen Komana until Mr. Choto get hold of us. Then we can see what you want to comment, and
if you would like to enter the competition, that's the number you can send your short dance video clip to, which is scrolling across the screen there. It says
I'm trying to check your song. Okay, I got it.
We can watch another one from a previous week like this. Obey Ravanu, you also indicated that you wanted to join the live stream. You can join the live stream by clicking on the link that is in one of the comments that you will find if you scroll up a little bit. It's a comment by Change Radio or Change Radio Zimbabwe or ZimI, depending on which platform you are watching this program from. If you click on that link, you'll be able to join the live stream and make your comments before we conclude today's episode of News Review. But in the meantime, the number for the Ngapinde Hake Challenge is scrolling across the screen at the bottom of the screen. It is +44 790 700 3379. Just take a short 30-second, 1-minute video clip of yourself dancing to the Ngapinda Hakem Komana song. You can be on your own with a friend. We've had family videos of families dancing to the song. Then you send that song to this number, which is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and you stand a chance to win $50 just like that. We're just waiting to see if the two people who requested to be added to the live stream, Ngonizashe Choko, you are back again, but still it says your device is not connected, which means that your microphone and camera have not been enabled. You need to connect your microphone or camera before we can add you to the live stream.
Yes, you just need to use the, either he's using a phone, you can say use phone audio. If you're using a computer, you can say use the computer audio for his mic to be able to be connected to the link. So you just need to do that. And I don't know, the other colleague wanted to, the other guy wanted to come in. Has he managed to do that?
Obey Ravanu has not yet tried to come in.
Okay, so let's wait for a minute. If not, then we can close the program, leader.
Yes, that's right. Just
Sure.
give him a few seconds before we conclude the program. Yeah, maybe we can watch that lady again with the inspirational song. Okay, we have someone who has joined the live stream, someone by the name Emmanuel. Emmanuel, if you can hear me, you are live on Change Radio and ZimI News Review. Would you like to go ahead and greet our viewers and listeners and submit your comments?
Hello, hi. Magadi koko.
Hi. Aiwa tiripo makadi yenyu.
Tiripo. Ndisati ndazienda kujoina sendaziva kuti inyaya kutaura panapa.
Oh, tanga tiri kuita news review panga paine nyaya dzakati wandei. Saka pane vanga vane zvavari kuda kutaura nenyaya idzodzo dzatanga tichitaura nezvadzo, ndo vanga vakumbira kupinda. Asi hatimaona vhidhiyo yanga ichirira here. Maiona here vhidhiyo yanga ichirira?
Ndaiona.
Munoti kudii nevhidhiyo iyo?
Ngati mandimboidzokera kunyasoiona futi.
Alright, regai tiise futi. Ndiyo video yandandishi Emmanuel Adona.
So it's unfortunate that we are running out of time. It's 20 minutes to 11 o'clock now. I think we just need to thank the viewers and listeners who were watching and listening to Change Radio News Review. Let's meet again next Sunday. The same time. Next Sunday we'll be starting from 8 o'clock. Let's meet from that time to give you a lot of things that will be happening during this coming week. We know a lot of things and programs are lined up the whole week, so we are looking forward to see you in the same program, same time. But again, don't forget the Ngapinde Hakem Komana Challenge. The number is scrolling down down the screen there. Ngapinde Hakem Komana Challenge, 30 minutes or 45 minutes, 30 seconds or 45 seconds video dancing to a song Ngapinde Hakem Komana, and you stand a chance of winning yourself, walking away with the $50 wherever you are. Even if you're in the UK, we'll give you the $50 there. Even you're in America, we'll give you the $50 there. Just give us the video, and then we'll charge the video, and then you'll be the winner. So from myself and on behalf of other crew behind the scene, administrators, DJ Tarisai, Leader Estella, and Chief who was here grilling us with a lot of topics here. We say thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your listenership. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your listenership. Change Radio Zimbabwe, we say thank you. And it's bye-bye for now from DJ Prof.
Yes, thank you. We're going to leave you watching yet another video submitted for the Ngapinde Hakem Komana Challenge. Thank you for joining us during this episode. And remember, register to vote and encourage those around you to register to vote. Tonana Jakare next week. Bye-bye.
Oh, one. Dara. Urubo. I'm king.
I
Digapide.